if you've been running Facebook ads in your real estate business and you're ready to try something new, like you've done the basic tactics and you're ready for something more like a level 2 tactic, then this video is for you. If you are new to Facebook ads and real estate, check out one of my other videos first, kind of lay that foundation working in your local market, and then come back to this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about two different ways that we can use data, kind of a simple one and then a little bit more advanced one that we have specifically in KW Command, but how we can use data to figure out where we can target Facebook ads instead of just targeting our local market. So you can see here, this article came out just a couple weeks ago, 10 cities where millennials are moving and 10 where they are leaving. Now, even if you're not on this list of the 10 where millennials are moving to, then maybe you can at least use this list of the ones where millennials are leaving. And even if you're not on the moving to list, if you know that people are moving out of certain cities, maybe that's a great area for you to target your listings at, right? So we can see people are leaving, or millennials specifically are leaving New York, Chicago, Illinois, Washington, D.C., kind of the big markets, right? The big geographic markets. So maybe those are areas that we start to target with our ads. So if I'm here in the San Francisco Bay Area, even though we have San Francisco on this list, I might start to target some of these major cities. Now, being major cities, and we don't know if they're specifically moving to our market, what we could do instead is using KW Command, we go into the Grow My Network tool. So click on the menu on the left here. My computer's running a little slow, just deal with it. But you come down to the referral tool, and instead of going through the My Referral Network, click on Map, and it's going to default to the area that you're at, and it's also going to default to production, right? These are all the KW transactions that have happened in your area in the last 2 years. What we're instead going to do is we're going to say, let's look at referral patterns. Now, this isn't necessarily saying this is the most places that people are moving to and from an area, but it is giving us a good idea of where the referral patterns are happening, right? So if I'm here in Fremont, because it's using just my market center information, if I'm here in Fremont, and I make sure I click on receive. By default, I think it's sent to sent, but make sure you click on received. It's showing you where the different referral patterns are coming in from different markets. So you can see, like, our number one is Oakland. That's just to our north. Obviously, the market center that's closest to you, you might have a lot of referral patterns going back and forth from there. I'm not that worried about this one, but this one, Roseville, California, that's 2 hours away. It's a very different market. This might be a great place for me to run those ads, right? If I have a listing here in Fremont that I'm trying to advertise out to people that might be moving to the area, Roseville could be a very good option because they at least know the area. Now we get to go farther out into like Colorado Springs, Austin, Texas, Manassas, Virginia, things like this. The people there may not necessarily know about our area. They may not know what homes are for sale, right? And especially if you are, if you're one of the networks that are coming, or one of the hubs that are coming out of the San Francisco Bay Area, you might be able to show off, hey, I have this home for sale and it's ridiculously priced less than yours, right? And so especially if you're in those hot markets where maybe homes are just at or just below the median home level for the United States, this might be a great way to go target some of those more expensive cities, especially when we come back to the cities where millennials are leaving. New York, I'm not sure what Chicago's pricing is like, but I'd be willing to guess New York, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Boston, Los Angeles, San Francisco. All of these at least are very high price point markets. So if you're in a more median price market around that $350,000, $400,000 mark or less, that's a great time to say, hey, look at what you can buy in our market here. And we're just going to use the data to know that those are areas people are going. I recently had a friend do the same thing. He did this and he got leads at less than $1 a lead. He was down into the 30 to 40 cents per lead using the Command Campaigns tool with Facebook and using this data just like I'm showing you here. Because then all you would do is when you're in Create Campaign, this could be Facebook or it could be Instagram. It doesn't really matter. Personally, I use Facebook leads the most, but what you'll do, you just change the location here. So here I might say, if I go back to Grow My Network and it says a lot of them are coming from Colorado Springs, Great. I'm going to come back into create campaign. I'm going to say, whoops, if I learn how to spell, I'm going to say Colorado Springs. And again, my computer is just loving life today, so we may end up skipping this part. But we say Colorado Springs is going to show our new city, 433,000 people. Fantastic. Do pay attention. Sometimes you'll click on this, it'll pull it might end up pulling up a neighborhood. And if this potential reach drops down, to 2,000, 3,000, you kind of ran into that problem. But I would just run the same exact ad right around Colorado Springs. I would do 15 to 20 miles, something like that. Again, right here, it reminds you Facebook will automatically choose the best audience for your ad. I would absolutely just do this. Don't get into custom audiences for this one. Don't get into saved audiences. Just pick the point that's most applicable of a feeder market into your area. Do the 20 miles. I would do the same if you were spending $10 a day in your market. Spend $10 a day in that market and see what happens. You're kind of creating an A/B test. You've been running ads for a while. You know how much those, or how many leads, or what your cost per lead will be in your market. Now see if you run it in a different market, are your cost per lead going up, down, sideways? What does it look like from there? So again, it's just a simple way to kind of use some data and analytics in order to try something different. And again, if you made it this far through the video and you haven't gone through just running ads in your local market, I definitely recommend doing that first. So then that way you have that data to go off of. It's a model. Follow the simple model first, make sure it's successful, then get creative after that. As always, if you have any questions, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of, and reach out, leave a comment below, and let me know how it goes.